Hi Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to the Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading from the 12th through to the 18th of July. A real changing month, and you may want to go and have a look at the monthly readings that I've done, that we did here on the Astroflower, to give you even more clarification on these weekly readings that we're doing this month. Quite amazing, really good messages. For those of you who are already part of the Astroflower family, thank you for being here. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's very simple. You just need to subscribe and click that bell, and the support would be very much welcome, and we do thank you for that. If you don't know anything about the Astroflower, there's plenty of links in the description below. This is your relationship side. This is your money side. This is the overall energy flowing through you. These are the karmic messages according to both sides. And this is the outcome here. So let's just see what the overall energy is here on this. Be careful with those healthy boundaries. They can become unhealthy. Yeah, the world's a bit messed up, isn't it? You know, I think we can all agree on that, regardless of what sign you are. But it doesn't mean necessarily shutting the world out. So just be a little bit careful of that. You know, we do get disappointed in the human race sometimes. We all get that, and you know, you gotta take that bit of disappointment with a pinch of salt and just move on, because you're here to sort of help the progression on, or the process of success of the evolution of the human spirit here on this planet. And those healthy boundaries will help everybody around us. So I think this is more to do with the environment that is around you, and this could be sort of like your relationships and also your business side of life. But in regards to the outside world, rather than healthy boundaries for you, there could be some aspects where you might turn around and sort of say, I've got to be less enthusiastic about something, and end up running off on a tangent that doesn't help me or help anybody else. It could be that, but I think it's mainly these healthy boundaries are regarding of how society works, or at least how it works around you. Yeah, so let's have a quick squiz on what's going on that main petal, which is petal 6. You'd know all about this if you obviously if you've read your Gemini Astroflower book, which is linked in the description below. I think this is more of how we treat one another in a mechanical way, in regards to money, business, general life, rather than emotional relationships. That's what it seems like here more than anything else. Because it seems like the relationship side, that seems to, it's gradually going to be falling into place, and you should know that, how those relationships should work in the coming future, and it seems to be almost solidifying in your spirit, so you know how that can sort of work. Let's just see what the karmic message is on your relationship side. It is what it is, and what it will be will depend on us. So basically, building on what you have, okay, so you can't change what you have in a way, but what you can change is how what you have in the future can grow. So it's looking towards the future, I think. I think this is what the karmic message is here, is look towards the future. Yeah, knowing what you've had, you know, you're working hard at your relationships by the looks of things. You're maybe you're trying to work too hard. Maybe going forward, this is it. You know, it's need to be a little bit more sort of relaxed about it. Let people come and go, as it were. And you know, what has been, and we can't change what has been, but we can certainly create what will be. And I think that's where your work will lay for you in regards to relationships. And that's relationships of friends, family, community, partners, possible future partners, whatever it is. It's a case of you've got to get in there, and you've got to be in it to win it. You know, it's that sort of scenario. And it seems like you've done the work. Now it's a case of let's just seeing, I've done the work in my garden, I've planted up all my plants. Now it's a case of nurturing. That's what it seems to be, of nurturing yourself and developing that whole idea of feeling at ease and at one with your relationships. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic path. That's what it's got for you. That's what it's. I think it's reiterating that it is what it is, and it's almost sort of saying this is what is available to you. So once you start looking at the relationships around you, you'll realize the people that are around you are there because of certain things you've done in the past. So let's just say, for example, you love cycling and you become part of a cycling club, and you meet a load of friends through that cycling club. You get a lot of work on, so you can't really go cycling a lot. Do those people still call you? And there may only be some people within that group of cyclists that may call you to see how you are. So you're going to recognize what you've actually got of what you've invested in the past. So walking away from sort of conflicts and situations that's not worth winning, really. That's what it seems like here. This is what I meant with there's only going to be some people that may contact you, and you're going to realize what relationships are worth nurturing in the future, and walking away from relationships that don't really, serve you that much, even if it is family, even if it is friends, and might even be a sort of partner as well. But I think it's more of a case of a general sort of thing rather than lovers here, or partners, or couples. I think it's more sort of to do with sort of groups of people rather than one. And it's it is what it is. That's what it seems to be here. I think the universe is sort of like separating out from what is actually working and what is not working. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic path. Little comments that people say could fill your heart with joy and happiness. It doesn't need much in order for happiness to get triggered within you if you want it to be triggered. And, being attentive and being there and just hearing those little comments, those little coincidences around you will really help you, make you feel that the work you've put in over the past is really paying off. So working over the past. So this is past sort of stuff that you've done, and it's realizing what relationships that you want to have around you in the going future. That's what it seems like here. And I think your guides are trying to create situations where you're going to hear a little phrase, or you're going to see someone doing a little action that make you kind of think, that person, I like that person, and I'm happy that person is in my life. Or I don't like that person, or I don't really want that person in my life. I think that's really sort of it's helping you out there, and I think that ties into those healthy boundaries. Let's see how the guides are influencing the conversation that is within you. Save judgment for yourself. Avoid judging other people. I know it's easier said than done. You can judge a situation to sort of say, is it beneficial to you and the other person or the collective and stuff like that. But stay away, and I think this ties in with the universe there, staying away from conflict that doesn't really sort of serve you anything and stuff like that. Reserve judgment for things that work. Just recognizing things that work. And recognizing that doesn't work, regardless of the person. Don't allow the personalities get involved in it. Success. And I think this is it. Once you start doing that, all of a sudden you'll realize you've got a lot of people around you that actually really make you happy. And then all of a sudden you're going to realize that actually, I'm doing really well. And I think that's going to encourage people that are around you to gravitate towards you and realize how amazing you are, Gemini. Because Geminis, you are amazing. You're lovely, really lovely sign. I've had Geminis in my life at various different times, and they always tend to be very nice people and very caring people. And I think that's part of your success for your going future. And I think that's what the guides are trying to sort of influence within your conversation, sort of saying, you know, stay out of judgment and stuff like that and concentrate on the things that are working, the success of it all. Okay, let's just see. And, you know, you'll get recognition from everybody around you for that. Let's see what's going on the financial sort of side. Here's the karmic message for your money side, the jobs, business, and etc. So, you know, there's some businesses that give away freebies and stuff like that. But if you gave away everything for free, you wouldn't have a business, would you? And that, I think it's here is sort of understanding your true value, understanding the fact that, you know, being nice to people or, you know, giving away things for free is very nice. Like this reading, for example. No one ever pays for these readings. The only support you can show for this reading is really through subscription and subscribing and clicking the bell. That's one way of, you know, I'm not asking you for any money, and I never would do. I'm just asking for your support in this endeavor. That's all I'm going to ask for. So I do give away, you know, I'm giving away a lot of sort of free readings and stuff like that. You know, I do personal readings which people pay for or what have you. But here it's a case of sort of saying for you, know your true value. Don't just give everything away for free. You know, Queen of Swords, that is a very Gemini aspect as well. Clear thinking, taking out, she's got her emotions tucked away. She knows where she's going. She's got the wind at her back. There's her emotions tucked away. She knows what she's doing. She's got that clear vision and thought about how to do things. Knowing your true value this week. This is what it seems to be about. And recognizing it and standing by it. True. You know, let's see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic message. Nothing comes. This plays it. Nothing comes for free. That's what the universe is sort of saying. You know, if you want tomatoes, you've got to put the work in your garden. Nature is like that. If you're not willing to go out there and do it, nature you'll probably get eaten by your predator. You know, and that's what it's sort of saying. Sort of making you. It's trying to help you realize that, you know, you can't just sit and wait for it to happen. It's coming in very quickly. The Chariot seems to be coming up for a lot more people these days, this week. So this is victories coming in very quickly. It's also having a good understanding of both sides of the story. This is why the whole idea that nothing comes for free or comes without effort. You know that anyway, Gemini. You're not the sort of person to sit around and twiddle your thumbs and do nothing and sit on your backside all day. That's not really your sort of thing. And the universe is trying to encourage you to go much further on, I think, and to go on quickly. And the universe is going to bring you sweet victories within your job, within your business. Not massive victories, but I think a lot of constant smaller victories. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic path. As I said earlier on, it's building up to this area here, and I think this is where the healthy boundaries will come into place. Let's see how your guides are sort of like influencing you here. They're trying to encourage that understanding of knowing your success, knowing your strength, and playing to your strength. That's what they're trying to do. So you'll have coincidences turn up, and it could be within your job where situation turns up where it demands a certain type of person with a certain qualification, and that's straight up your street, and that could be the promotion you're looking for. Within your business, it's knowing where the strengths are in your business and making sure that that's the foundation of your business. So then you can play with the flowers, as it were, the offshoots of your business without putting in jeopardy your business itself. So knowing your strengths, that's it. You know, don't necessarily, don't be a dreamer, be honest with yourself. And in that honesty, sorry about that, in that honesty with yourself, you know, miracles can really happen. You know, if you're not honest with yourself, it's illusion rather than miracles. And I don't think this is to do with illusions. I think this is where the guides are trying to help you realize your strengths, to eliminate the illusions, eliminate those moments of kind of going, you know, I could be a rock star. Yeah, I could be a rock star, you know, but then you haven't heard me sing, or you might have done. I do sing quite a lot. You know, and being honest with yourself means that you will actually get a lot more success, and that's when the miracles can actually happen. So yeah, realizing your strengths. Let's see what this card or this petal is all about. This is how the guides are trying to influence the conversation with you. Sharing your success with people that you value in your life, or value within your job and your business and etc. I think it's a good, healthy networking going on here. And avoiding people that want to use you, if you know what I mean, in order as a stepping stone, and avoiding that in the future, I think. And that's what those healthy boundaries are all about. Wishing on a star. Once you realize your strength, this is it. This is what I'm saying, is where you can actually, your dreams can come true. Your ultimate desires or your ultimate desires or your ultimate wishes can come true. That hard work is actually signified by that cord that goes right up to the star. That cord will then turn into lessons, which turns into the Hierophant. The star is all about sort of like, you know, wishing on a star, basically. You know, allowing your ultimate desires to come true. But in order for that has to happen, you need to know your value, believe in yourself, or know yourself, and those victories will come through. This side here is incredibly strong. Look at it. You've got the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, Page of Cups. That's a bit of a slippery one. And then the star. It's very, very, very precise, I think, for you. And I think this is where the boundaries are going to be put into place. I think on the relationship side, it's much more a case of, yeah, enjoying the people who create happiness for you and that you create happiness for. And it's a mutual, situation. Okay. But on the financial sort of side, I think it's recognizing your strength and don't take second best, basically. Okay. Let's see what the outcome is. From small acorns. So recognizing that strength within you, it's recognizing the strength of an acorn, which is the seed is obviously of an oak tree, that within that seed of the oak tree, you can build, you can grow massive trees that you could turn into a ship, or you could turn into a house. It's amazing the strength you can get out of small little things. So the unity, or life itself, will offer you multitudes of different scenarios of things. It could be love, yeah, I think that's probably coming up on the horizon for those of you who are looking for love. It may not be here this week, but it's certainly, you might see a glimpse of it coming over the horizon in the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks. It'd be interesting to see how that plays out. But also, there's plenty of other things. There's also a letter there. There's also a picnic, etc. And I think this is where, if you recognise your strengths and you realise those that are around you that provide mutual happiness, all of a sudden the gifts are going to be abundant for you in the coming future. Certainly in the next coming 2 weeks. I would say more towards the 25th, around that sort of area where you really recognise that sort of happening. I think this is glimpses really more than anything else as you position yourself. Okay, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that sort of connects in the next couple of weeks with the July reading. So in the meantime, Gemini, if you would like to support this channel, as I said, it's really easy, very simple to do. Subscription and click that bell. That would be the biggest support you can give us. Obviously, sharing this video, liking it and commenting on it also does help as well. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.